1, 2, 3, beach camping! We are into the first leg of our full-time adventure. We spent the last 5 weeks up in Utah with family. So we've been out of Bell. So we stayed in Vegas for a couple of nights on our drive down to California. We're going out to Ventura area to stay at, what's it called, Hobbs? What's the beach?
Hobson State Beach.
There it is, Hobson State Beach. It was Hobbs, Calvin and Hobbs, that's close. Hobson State Beach. And we didn't make it very far out of Vegas. We have been stuck in pretty much complete traffic for 3 hours, roughly. Doing about 2 miles an hour consistently. But other than that, it's just been...
Starving because you left the food.
Well, I didn't so much leave the food. We have it. It's just back there. I didn't realize that the bag in the back was the permanent food bag. It had my trail mix in it. I wanted my trail mix the other night, so that's why I came out and got it. I was like, oh,
grab your trail mix.
There's a bunch of food that got left. Well, I came out and I grabbed one thing. I'm trying to think what I got. I got something, and then I was like, I still can't find my trail mix. Oh wait, I saw that in the truck. I'll go out and I'll get it. So I just brought the whole thing in, thinking I was being helpful. Oh, what are we passing? Mom's breaking out emergency rations. Yeah, I guess we've just hit emergency status in Optimus, being stuck in traffic. Anyway, so the thing that was really frustrating about it is that we saw that there was traffic on the 15 South, and so we're like, you know what? We're gonna take. It parallels the 15. It's the 95, I think, 95 or the 161. It's one of those over here.
Neither. It's
what
actually
is it?
called Las Vegas Boulevard.
I know, but it's got a number. It does have a highway number. Anyway, and so we were like, it drives past the 7 Magic Mountains, which, if you've never seen those from the freeway, they're basically just really big boulders that have been painted really bright colors and stacked on top of each other. On the one hand, I don't get the excitement. It's like some dude has paid $1 million to paint a bunch of boulders and stack them together. That's lost on me. But at the same time, it's like, it'd be kind of fun to go stand next to them and get a picture because they're really big. So like, we'll go check that out. Well, Nevada Highway Patrol wasn't letting people on that road, so we couldn't go see it. So we were like, here's our one chance to finally have an excuse to go drive past a pile of rocks, and they wouldn't let us on. So we got to see it again from the freeway like we always do, so that'll have to wait for another day. So then it's been kind of this joy of watching all of these vehicles up along the fence. And so they're driving over there. We saw a Camaro, we saw a Mustang, we saw a couple of other just sedans that really don't belong over there at all. They were going no faster driving in the dirt than if they just would have stayed in traffic. And so then the really fun part has been watching all these people try and figure out how to get back over, not realizing that eventually they were going to kind of run out of opportunity to get back on the freeway. And so we've seen a few. It's like they'll start to come back to the freeway and then realize that the ditch is too deep or the lip is too high, or so then they have to back up and they got to try it again. So that's been kind of my enjoyment, is watching these people that were in just this massive hurry to get nowhere fast, try and get back over to the freeways. We're supposed to get into to Hobson State Beach, at least before dark, and then this traffic. I think we're supposed to get in sometime around, what, 6:30, probably, 7 o'clock?
No, 8.
Oh, 8 o'clock according to the GPS, which means realistically more of like 9:30 or 10. So I don't know if we're actually gonna get all the way there, because it's a state beach I've never been to before, which means that the parking spots are probably fairly tight. It's a weekend, which means it's probably semi-busy. I keep thinking that we've got to be getting close to where this accident's at, because I think it said it was just outside of Prim, and we're almost, or not Prim, just outside of Jean, which is just before Prim. And I saw a bunch of emergency vehicles coming down a few minutes ago. They've got everything cleared up from what the reports say, except for 2 vehicles, and they're still investigating to figure out exactly what happened. But we don't seem to really be getting any closer to where this thing actually starts. So we may end up just pulling off and hanging out on the side of the road at this point. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
9 vehicles involved. It looks like these are the last 2 for them to clean up. And there is not much left.
Why is the road white?
It's like a tire.
Well, no, so they probably had a bunch of chemical that was spilled, so they put that all down to
With that car.
absorb
So sad.
log. So we found us a spot on the beach, and we're just gonna stay here tonight. It's 11:20, and it has brought the crazy out
Woohoo!
in this family. Of course, now the camera's on, so everybody settles down, which I guess is a good thing because it means that they know.
Hi!
So we ended up having to stop somewhere last night, just kind of on the beach, because like I said, Hobson was closed, so we needed a place to stay. So we found this beautiful spot just down the street, and woke up this morning to a ticket. Kind of sucks. So I got to see if I can deal with that, because I've technically paid for a spot, I just couldn't get to it. And it's a state beach, so I'm assuming the money all goes to the same place. So hopefully I can get that figured out. However, in spite of that fact, we woke up to this as our front yard. I mean, look at that. That's well worth it. All right, well, we ended up getting in, and I did manage to talk to a ranger and explain the situation of us not being able to get parked. And it's funny because they took care of the ticket, but when I said to them, hey, look, you know, we were told that the gates closed at 10 o'clock, she was like, in 13 years, nobody has ever seen that. They actually don't even have gates. We're going to enjoy the beach for the next couple of days. It looks absolutely beautiful, so this should be fun. Getting a bike ride in?
Yeah!
How's it going back there, Rosy Cheeks? this is the last day of our stay at Hobson Beach State Park, I think is what it's actually called. I'll eventually get the name right of where I'm staying, but it's in Ventura. And overall, it's been pretty. Like, I'm looking at right now, and I've got this gorgeous golden sunset over the ocean. It was kind of rainy while we were here, but you know, we're here in beginning of January, and I don't know how typical that is for this area. My thoughts on the park. The spaces are deceiving in what they tell you. From what we've heard, the reviews all say that the rangers there are pretty anal. They're nice, but they're anal about everything. But that being said, it really is a pretty beach. You're pretty close to it, and so you get the sound of the surf all night, which, you know, me and my family think is pretty cool. The Amtrak rolls by, which isn't obnoxious, again, because you've got the surf, and so it just kind of adds to the sound. So you really don't notice it. My kids think it's kind of cool to watch the Amtrak as it comes rolling through. Oh, something else to mention I'm watching right now. The surfing down here is incredible. If you enjoy watching surfers, I just saw a whole group of them out there right now. I think the surf is pretty consistent all day, but really good in the morning and in the evening at the typical surf times. A couple of our neighbors, they got fishing gear, and they were pulling some amazing fish out. So if you enjoy surfing or you enjoy fishing, it's great for that too, just because of proximity. I mean, you walk out of your rig and you're right there on the rocky beach. Overall, like I said, I would recommend Hobson Beach State Park. People there, at least, you know, while we've been here, super respectful, very courteous. Just a good group of people. Mostly people coming down for the surf. So, anyway.